from the Liverpool point of view. Right, when they got Ekitike, I thought, they're done. Great signing, well done. Are they going to get Isak as well? Are they serious?
They're serious about strengthening the squad over the course of this summer. They made that initial approach, an informal one, to Newcastle to explore any potential sale of Alexander Isak, and were told he's not for sale. So they moved on to other targets, which of course was Hugo Ekitike. We know that deal is done and dusted and he's now a Liverpool player. However, they are still in the market to strengthen the squad. Now, first things first, Mike, if Liverpool were to make a number of sales in advanced positions, those strikers, those wide men, then potentially they're going to have to restock them. They're going to have to find players that they believe are at the right quality for Liverpool Football Club. For example, they lose Darwin Núñez or Luis Diaz, who's been linked with Bayern Munich, or Harvey Elliott. They're going to need to replace those players. So therefore, does that interest in Alexander Isak disappear? Or do they say, well, OK, let us know the conditions of a potential deal? Since they had that initial contact last week, things have changed quite considerably, as Keith Downey has just outlined. He's told him he wants to explore potential moves this summer. He's explained that to the football club. So therefore, it's a different dynamic to what it was last week.
Well, if Isak does leave, Newcastle are interested in signing the RB Leipzig striker, Benjamin Sesko. Now, they've explored the conditions of a deal for the 22-year-old, and it's our understanding that Sesko's camp turned down a proposal from a Saudi Pro League club this week. How do they afford him, though, given how much they've already spent this summer?
They've spent $295 million so far, and that includes potential add-ons. When you look at the fixed fees, it's around $250 million. When you look at their net spend so far in this summer's window, it's around $200 million. So they've actually been quite clever and creative. They've generated around $60 million worth of income so far. And if you were to sell Luis Diaz, Harvey Elliott and Darwin Núñez, you'd be looking at between 150 and 200 million, hence why they can go again. The other side of the coin is that Liverpool Football Club are really well run by FSG. They didn't spend virtually no money last summer, whilst turning over in excess of 600 million in their last set of financial accounts that ended in May 2024. Their next set of financial accounts will show a huge uplift in both commercial income, in revenue driven by winning the Premier League, their commercial partnerships that have all got bonuses attached because of their success. So therefore, that allows them more room to spend money.
Luis Diaz going nowhere. That changes, doesn't it, if Isak is suddenly a target?
Absolutely, and I think Bayern Munich's opening offer, which we understand to be around 67 million euros that was rejected for Luis Diaz, is the first point of action between the two football clubs. We understand from our colleague Sky in Germany that Luis Diaz is still very much a target for Bayern Munich, so you'd imagine that a second offer will be forthcoming at some stage. And if Liverpool do start to lose players over the course of the next few weeks, then they are going to have to strengthen, and therefore that Alexander Isak thing could be something on the agenda in the next few weeks once again.
Federico Chiesa could be on his way out of Liverpool this summer, less than a year after arriving at Anfield. The Italian international joined the Reds in August 2024 in what was viewed as a relatively low-risk, high-upside deal worth around £10 to £12 million. However, things haven't gone according to plan. Injuries and a lack of match fitness severely limited Chiesa's opportunities to break into the first team. He made just 13 appearances in all competitions last season, none of which were Premier League starts. With new head coach Arne Slot reshaping Liverpool's attacking structure and favouring other options, Chiesa has found himself increasingly marginalised. His omission from the club's 2025 pre-season tour of Asia only fueled speculation that he is no longer in the club's long-term plans. Although Chiesa's father and agent have downplayed rumours of a departure, suggesting he is happy at Liverpool and eager to prove himself, recent reports paint a different picture. According to multiple sources, Liverpool are now open to letting the 27-year-old leave if a suitable offer comes in. While they would prefer a permanent transfer, a loan deal is not off the table, especially if it helps him regain form and market value. The player himself is reportedly considering his options more seriously this summer, aware that a lack of game time at Liverpool could harm his chances of reclaiming a regular place in the Italian national team. Italy's new manager, Gennaro Gattuso, has publicly urged Chiesa to find regular minutes if he hopes to be involved in the Euro 2026 qualifiers, increasing the pressure on the winger to make a move. Among the clubs interested, Napoli appears to be the most serious contender. Negotiations are said to be in an advanced stage, but the two sides have yet to agree on the structure of a potential deal, especially regarding wages and whether a loan or permanent transfer is more appropriate. Napoli see Chiesa as a smart acquisition to strengthen their wide options, and the player is believed to be open to a move to southern Italy. AC Milan and Roma have also been linked, though their interest remains more speculative for now. Interestingly, despite his contract running until 2028, it seems increasingly likely that Chiesa's Liverpool adventure could be cut short. The club's willingness to offload him, the player's desire for more game time, and his need to revive his international career all point toward a summer exit. Liverpool are intensifying efforts to sign Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace, with the 24-year-old England international now emerging as one of the club's top defensive priorities this summer. According to multiple reliable reports, the Reds have entered advanced negotiations with Crystal Palace over a potential deal that could be worth between £40 million and £45 million, including performance-related add-ons. Guéhi has just 1 year remaining on his current contract at Selhurst Park and has made it clear that he has no intention of signing an extension. This has forced Palace into a position where selling him this summer is the most financially prudent option, especially with several top clubs monitoring the situation. Liverpool appear to be leading the race, and Guéhi himself is said to be keen on the move to Anfield, viewing it as a significant step forward in his career both domestically and in terms of maintaining his place in the England national team setup ahead of Euro 2026. The player has impressed consistently since joining Crystal Palace from Chelsea in 2021, becoming a key figure in their defense and earning international recognition under Gareth Southgate. His leadership qualities, composure on the ball, and tactical intelligence make him a particularly attractive option for Arne Slot, who is looking to modernize and refresh Liverpool's backline. With Virgil van Dijk entering the final stages of his peak years and ongoing questions about the long-term fitness of Ibrahima Konate, the need for a reliable, Premier League-proven centre-back is clear. Guéhi fits Liverpool's recruitment model perfectly: young, homegrown, experienced, and possessing a skill set suited to high defensive lines and quick ball progression from the back. He is also versatile enough to play in both a traditional back four and a three-man defensive system, giving Slot more tactical flexibility. Crystal Palace, for their part, are holding out for a fee closer to £50 million, but the club understands that Guéhi's contract situation gives them limited leverage. They have already begun preparing for his likely departure by targeting replacements, including Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande, which signals that Palace are resigned to losing their captain this window. While other clubs such as Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Chelsea have shown interest in Guéhi, Liverpool's early and aggressive approach appears to have placed them firmly in the driver's seat. Luis Diaz could leave Liverpool this summer, as speculation around his future intensifies amid strong interest from some of Europe's top clubs. The Colombian winger, who enjoyed a solid 2024-25 campaign with 13 goals and 7 assists, has entered the final 2 years of his contract at Anfield. Despite Liverpool's public stance that he is not for sale, multiple reports suggest that Diaz has so far declined offers of a contract extension, raising questions about his long-term commitment to the club. While manager Arne Slot is believed to value Diaz highly, Liverpool's transfer policy is generally cautious when it comes to players with expiring deals, particularly those who attract big money offers. With the club in the middle of a significant summer rebuild, Diaz's potential sale could be a way to raise funds for reinforcements elsewhere in the squad. Bayern Munich have emerged as the most serious suitor, reportedly submitting a formal offer worth around €67.5 million, £58.5 million. Which Liverpool promptly rejected as it fell short of their internal valuation. The Merseyside club is believed to be holding out for a fee closer to €75 to €80 million, and sources close to the situation suggest that a deal in that region could tempt the club into reconsidering their stance. Diaz, for his part, is said to be open to a new challenge, especially with Champions League contending clubs showing interest. Barcelona were also heavily linked with the winger earlier this summer, but financial limitations at Camp Nou have reportedly taken them out of the running, with no official bid materializing. Meanwhile, Al Nassr from Saudi Arabia are prepared to offer up to £72 million, but Diaz's preference to remain in Europe makes a move to the Gulf state unlikely at this stage. There are growing signs that, while Liverpool do not want to lose Diaz, they are also being realistic. With Arne Slot implementing tactical changes and the club pursuing several marquee signings. such as Real Madrid's Rodrigo, Newcastle's Alexander Isak, and other attacking options, the sale of a high-value player like Diaz could make financial and strategic sense. Moreover, insiders have reported that Diaz will not hesitate to leave if the right opportunity arises, especially given that he is yet to fully commit to Arne Slot's long-term vision and has not ruled out a move to Germany or Spain. Fabrizio Romano has gone as far as calling a transfer a concrete possibility, particularly if Liverpool receive a bid that aligns with their valuation and have a replacement lined up. Ultimately, while Liverpool fans may hope to see Luis Diaz remain a key figure in the squad for the upcoming season, the reality is that his future is very much in flux.